Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping! From slimy, hairless, and bizarre animal babies that were born strangely different from their parents, to the unusual births which went viral, creating a stir on social media. We are going to take you on a journey into the wild, which will leave you flabbergasted. Cyclops dog. The pooch gave birth to the twins, and while one of them was all healthy and fine, the other one was anything but that. With one eye in the center of its head and two tongues sticking out of its protruding mouth, this baby looked very different from normal. The owners even took it to the veterinarian, but the pup didn't survive for long and passed away the same evening. Speculations suggested the pup turned out to be abnormal because the mom dog ate something toxic during the pregnancy. There is still no surety of what might have happened. Strange alpaca. What came out of this alpaca is nothing but its own baby. What did you say? It looks strange? Yeah, it does, because you don't see any hair on its body, and it's too frail to be taken as a normal baby. However, he was all right, just with the absence of body hair. But as the farm workers took care of it and gave him all the necessary nutrients, it started to get normal, with its body covered in fur. Albino gator. What may look like lifeless creatures kept in a glass case are actually albino alligator babies. Alive! These babies were born to an albino alligator couple in Florida and were the only survivors out of the 19 eggs. Albinism in alligators is extremely rare. It is caused by some congenital condition due to which their bodies can't produce pigments to give the alligators their natural color. Right after the mother laid eggs, the Florida wildlife authorities had decided to exhibit the babies if they survived, and some of them did. That's what they were doing in that glass case. Now you get it! Striking stripes. Malayan tapir are now an endangered species, with only 2,500 of its kind left on the planet. You can see how much the babies are different from the adults, with them having stripes over their bodies, while the adults have completely different skin. If it wasn't for the way their bodies look, it would be hard to tell that they were from the same family. However, a baby Malayan tapir has stripes to keep it camouflaged easily in the bushes in case of any danger lurking nearby. And after 6 months of their birth, their stripes begin to dissolve, and in no time, they start to resemble the adult tapirs. Monkey-faced piglet. This piglet was born with some unique features that people from all over the town came to see. Look how this stumbly little creature is enjoying being the center of attention. If you look closely, you will see his face resembling somewhat to a monkey, with only 2 nose holes, unlike pigs, a protruding mouth, and bulgy eyes. It was speculated that the little one was the result of some gene mutation, but it didn't live for that long for the scientists to find out the real reason for its bizarre features. However, for the 4 days it lived, the owner took great care of the piglet. Slimy babies. The slimy little creature hatching from the egg is the newborn baby platypus. I can bet you didn't see that coming. Wondering why platypups are born slimy and hairless unlike their mother? Well, it is because the babies don't swim, and they don't need water resistance. That's why they are hairless. After 4 months of living in the care of their mother, they develop a fur coat, which helps them start swimming. However, adult platypuses have hair to keep their skin dry. As they stay in the water most of the time, the thick fur helps. Tiny babies. When talking about unusual babies, pandas are a must to add. I mean, just look at it. Does it look like it came out of a panda? Panda babies are one of the most smallest babies born to a mammal. They are born with pink furless skin. The white fur starts to appear after 48 hours, followed by black patches. They are entirely dependent on their mothers for 5 months. Look how this one is squealing to get its mother's attention, while she is continuously ignoring the newborn. This happens when the babies are lost. Instead of sulking over them, she forgets about them. Even if they come back, it takes a while for the mommy to embrace the helpless kid. This was what happened with this one. Peculiar owlets. These owls went viral with everyone calling them aliens for their unusual appearance. They were actually barn owls, with their slightly different looks from the regular owls. They were only a few days old, which was why their feathers were not fully developed. These owlets were rescued and sent in care to restore their health. While one of them was showing signs of recovery, the other one was in critical condition. However, after their full recovery, they were handed over to the zoo for their permanent shelter and home. Jelly Bean Joey. You must know kangaroo babies that are peeking from their mother's pouches, but their journey begins a little before that, where they travel from the birth canal to the pouch. When the mother kangaroo gives birth, the baby is only the size of a jelly bean with no eyes. It travels towards the mother's pouch by clutching its fur, and there! It only takes a few minutes till it reaches its destination. It relies on the mommy kangaroo for food, shelter, transportation, and protection, fully for a total of 10 months, and then hops out of the pouch to live an independent life. Furless litter. Unlike the hamster mommies, hamster babies look a bit different with their slimy bodies. The little wiggly thing you're seeing surrounded by tissue clutter is the baby hamster. The mother gives live birth to them and keeps them in a soft place, for instance, tissue clutter, paper towels, etc. You can see how she is digging up the space. She is delivering the babies in those warm spaces as she keeps going further, making room for each one. Hamsters are dependent on their mother for about 4 weeks. For the first 2, they can't see. They need warmth and food from their mother, and after 4 weeks, they are able to live independently. Miraculous parakeet. This is the tiniest parrot that was born miraculously as her mother had passed away due to an egg blinding problem, leaving her orphan. The baby was too small and weak that she couldn't get out of its egg, and the caretaker had to help, as sadly, she had no mother to help him come out. As the babies usually don't have feathers to keep them warm, they are kept in incubators. It was well fed and started growing shortly after, but it didn't grow up to be as big as normal parakeets do. However, it was really great that it started to fly after 4 weeks. This little one had a wonderful journey of courage and resilience, which left me totally in awe. Unusual but feisty. You can see this one looks prominently different from the other babies in the litter of 14. This is Tim. It was born unusually small and underweight. But despite that, it was very feisty and actively trying to get the most warmth out of its mother. It was all skin and bones with bald spots over its body. Even the vets couldn't understand why he turned out to be different from others. But it was a relief that he was an irresistible eater. With the passage of time, it started getting fluff over its body, which made it look somewhat better. It got more and more active and lively with time. Cute but deadly. They do look different than normal cobras because they are albino cobras, which is a very rare breed. They look somewhat different from the usual cobras and are comparatively more feisty. The mother cobra lays eggs from 2 to 4 weeks after fertilization, and those eggs are hatched 48 to 69 days later, popping up so many slender baby cobras. However, don't confuse their cuteness with innocence. Even if they are babies, they do know how to be a cobra and can attack you in a swift motion. Look at them hissing and hooding up. This snake keeper has to be really careful in handling the snakes as they are always ready to strike. You know, typical snake nature. Helpless calf. In extreme cases, the cows need assistance to deliver babies, just like humans do. And when they don't get any help, they don't survive the labor. This baby was pulled out of the cow because it was too big in size for the mother to deliver it by herself. The calves' birth weight can vary depending on the climatic conditions. As in cold weather, there are more chances of difficulty in calving than in summer. The staff at the farm had to continuously rub the calf in order to normalize its breathing because the baby was unconscious. But shortly after it woke up and met its mother, all was healthy and fine. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. The image is of a human-like baby in the arms of a gibbon. This picture was taken when the gibbon in Chester Zoo, England gave birth to a baby that looked like a human from behind. This may have misled the audience that a gibbon gave birth to something out of the ordinary, but actually, this is how newborn gibbons look like. As the gibbon's DNA is very similar to that of humans, the hairless newborns may create confusion. However, upon seeing them from the front, you will change your opinion because they don't really resemble us. See you next time.